Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I dive into this lesson, I'd like to give all honor and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash, the bonds to the great master of the apostle of teaching priests the truth to call the folk on this world, which full well, and for the sincere Akim that's out there pushing the truth and sincerity, keep doing so, okay? So this lesson basically is going over this article. It says, Biden warns Putin there will be consequences if Navalny dies. Okay. You gotta understand who Navalny is. You know, for those that don't know. I guess Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny on hunger strike. So I guess he's like some kind of lawyer or something like that. You know. Just go ahead and get into the article without further ado. And it says Joe Biden has just warned Vladimir Putin that there will be consequences if a political rival Alexei Navalny dies in prison. This follows the recent announcement by the U.S. of sanctions against Russia for alleged election interference, resulting in diplomats being removed from the U.S. and Russia retaliating by removing U.S. diplomats from Moscow. U.S. President Joe Biden National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan gave a warning that Washington would not hesitate to strike back if Navalny dies in prison. According to Express News, Navalny's doctors warned that his health is rapidly declining due to his hunger strike, and that has resulted in the U.S. government considering a wide range of response. Sullivan said Washington is looking at a variety of different costs that will impose if Mr. Navalny dies. Navalny has reportedly been on hunger strike since March 31st after he claimed Russian guards are not treating him properly. Even the UK has stepped in with a report that revealed that the UK Foreign Office stated it concerned over the health of Navalny. A statement said the UK is deeply concerned about the reports of unacceptable treatment of Alexei Navalny and the continual deterioration of his health. Mr. Navalny must be given immediate access to an independent Medicare. We reiterate our call for his immediate release from his political movement imprisonment. Navalny has been a political rival of Putin, was arrested in January after returning to the country, where he was jailed for 2.5 years and transferred to a penal colony on February 26 when he returned to the state. Okay. So the whole point is, man, these nations and these nation leaders are threatening each other now, man, you know. And, you know, Joe Biden's, you know, saying like, hey, if he dies, you know, they're going to try to retaliate or something like that. But, hey, this all leading up to World War III, man, you know, because it's like it's boiling up slowly. But it seems like it's boiling up slowly, but it's happening more and more, and it's waxing more worse and worse, you know. But, hey, man, the Lord said all these things are going to happen regardless, you know. And it's like, hey, we got to be prepared for it, you know. And it's like, hey, at the end of the day, man, the Lord's allowing all these things to happen. The Lord willing, this person does die. So, you know, we can see what the end of this is, you know. Lord willing, Adawan Ratazan, that we get to, you know, become the first fruits to be able to make it through this whole thing. But the whole point is, you know, that these devils, man, they going at it, man, you know. That's why you go into Daniel chapter 7 or chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2. Bear with me. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 40 through 41. And it says, I'm going to go to verse 42. And it says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron, for as much iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things. And iron as iron that breaketh all these, that shall it break in pieces and bruise." Okay? This fourth kingdom is talking about the Roman Empire. Okay? That was, taken down and it came back, and it came back. Okay? Verse 41. "Whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay." Okay, so hey, this right here, you can't mix iron and clay together, because them two different elements, you know. That's why it says in verse 42, "Then as the toes of the feet were part iron and the part clay, so the kingdom shall be partially strong and partially broken." Okay, so hey, this kingdom is partially broken and partially strong. Why is that? Because hey, they can't even sit and agree with one another. They can't see each other for one side of. They all can't see eye to eye. Everybody got all these different Edomites got different views. They got different views. Then they see things from a different perspective. Some Edomites think they better than anybody. Everybody, just especially the United States, or Babylon, they think they better than other Edomites. And that's why this is why America is gonna get destroyed. It's spoken about that in Daniel chapter 7, and it says, "And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay." And that's written in there because you can't mix iron and clay, because one side gonna be weak and one side gonna be strong, But this is just the whole point. Like, hey, this whole kingdom is divided against itself. Let's see what the Lord says, about a kingdom that's divided against itself. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24, and it says, "If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." Okay, so hey, let me start at verse 23, and it says, "And he called them unto him, and said unto them in parables, How can Satan cast out Satan?" Right, so how can these devils cast out each other? But they both wicked. And it says, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." Okay, so these kingdoms, and they all Edomites, ruling. How y'all gonna be against each other if y'all all got the same plan? And that's how they not meant to be in rulership, because they all against each other. They don't see eye to eye. French just left the NATO. That's that division. And the Lord has come here to divide. He's come here to divide. He's come here he's sent division. And that's why these Edomites, they can't see eye to eye with nothing. They go to war with each other, just based off one of them not having the same views as the other, you know. That's why it says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So, you know, if it's same with your household and the same with this kingdom, because if this is America within itself is not holding together, you know. It's all in the inside, you know. You got political leaders thinking this and political leaders thinking that. You know, they against each other here, you know. That's why it cannot stand no more, you know. That's why, you know, you got to look at these things and be like, damn, this place is truly falling. And it really is, you know. This place is truly falling because it cannot stand. This kingdom cannot even stand. It's going to fall, you know, because and it's all going to lead up to World War III. You know, ultimately, Russia going to take part of, you know, destroying America. Because you go into Isaiah 13, and it says, Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, and they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, the excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, so hey, the Medes, these Russians, man, they not gonna be running America's money in that day, because they gonna be after blood. Okay, and much things the United States has done, man. Hey, man, this country has a lot of blood on it. This is gonna be the largest sacrifice that the Lord has prepared, just so far, you know. Because at the end of the day, the Lord not doing this stuff for no reason. He doing this for a good reason, to destroy this place, to eradicate it. Okay, because you go into Daniel 7, Daniel chapter 7 and verse 11, it says, I beheld, and because of the voice of great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, given to the burning flame. Okay, so this is talking about America getting utterly destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Okay, because that's what's gonna happen to America. That's America's end game. Okay, let's go ahead and go into Revelation chapter 11. Bear with me. And it says, I'm going to start at verse 12 and go to 14. And it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So what is this cloud right here? This talking about a chariot. In verse 13, in the same hour was there a great earthquake. The 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake was slain of men. 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. Okay, so hey, that earthquake right here is talking about them thermonuclear missiles or warheads hitting America, and you know, and where these Edomites are at, you know, because that's what's gonna cause that great earthquake, you know. Slucky. Verse 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay? It was the second woe, World War II, third woe coming quickly, World War III is surely on the rise. And you can look at many articles of United States, Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, you know, they all getting into it, you know, and it's going to lead into the World War III, you know, and this is going to be the shortest war, you know, because it's going to be done at thermonuclear war. It's going to be a thermonuclear war, okay? It's like here, I'm trying to think of one more scripture. Revelation chapter Because this is all going to, the Lord going to give the whore into the flame. Jeremiah 50. That's what I wanted. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 13 through 14, it says, because of the wrath of Yahweh it shall not be inhabited, but shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Okay, sin against Yahweh. So, hey, America's allies gonna turn against her. As you can see, France has left the NATO. You can look this up. Slacking. I'm trying to find the article, but hey, hey, America's allies, the French, used to be one of America's allies. They left. They not no longer their allies no more. So when these countries start shooting these missiles, man, France gonna be part of that. Not Ukraine, Russia gonna be part of that. You know, Iran gonna be part of that. China gonna be part of that. America's gonna get destroyed, man. Is losing its allies bit by bit. Okay? So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Let to give all honor and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakadash, double honor to the great men, some other apostles, and teaching with will, and for the sincere Akim that's out there pushing the truth and sincerity, keep doing so. And for the sincere Aquatim that's out there reverencing the husband and the pillar of rest, keep doing so. Shalom to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Till next time, till next video, Kwame Yasharallah. Abba.